What's up, family? Welcome back to the Stop Sinking Show, where we go from struggle to flow. This is a gratitude episode. It is officially 36 cycles around the sun for me. And in many ways, I want to be hard on myself. The birthday blues are familiar to me as I do an assessment on my life each year on this day. And I'm never satisfied because I don't feel like I'm gotten anywhere. So while that reality and its shortcomings remains in the background of my psyche at all times, I wanted to reflect on some parts of my life that swell up my heart, that fill up every part of my being. Especially with what felt like reminders from messengers that God was sending me with timely messages, especially at a time like this where I am the hardest on myself and I need it the most. Yesterday, I did something for myself that I haven't done ever in my life. I bought myself a birthday gift. And now it wasn't anything luxury or extravagant. I didn't go to Louis Vuitton or buy myself a Rolex, which would be nice. It was a phone. Practical, right? But my last phone was 7 years old and I needed a replacement, so I needed to get one. But it's not exactly something that I would do for myself. I'm not somebody who would spend money on himself. It's not something I like to do, especially since my old phone was still functional. It's just slow. And yeah, the extra speed and the better camera quality has some practicality to what I'm trying to do. So it isn't exactly a waste, but still, I would have held off. Or maybe I would have gotten tired of my phone and bought it on a random Tuesday when I needed it or when it came out, but I wouldn't have bought it as a present to myself. And I would have probably bought it as a reward for doing something when I felt deserving of it, which I don't right now, sometime at a later date when it's also making more financial sense to do it. But still, I bought it. And a huge part of it is because I was encouraged by a bunch of my friends to buy it. Peer pressure, I guess. And I don't know if it's peer pressure, but maybe it was just my want that matched with the expression of desire for other people to want that for me as well. Again, even for the smallest of thing like this, in the past couple of weeks, I've had multiple people message me after I posted something to tell me to get a new phone, probably because they got mad at the image quality of what I was posting. And some friends who have actually been pressing me for a while to get a new phone. And then the other night, even my girl got tired of me thinking about a new phone and then placed the order for me. I probably still wouldn't have ordered it if she didn't press the physical button to do so. I have a real problem with allowing myself the things that I want sometimes. And while I saw myself struggling with not wanting it for myself, even though I wanted it, but not thinking I'm deserving of having it, I saw this beautiful thing in my friends that love me, which is that they wanted for me, even when I didn't want for myself. How rare is that? How many times do we have the blessing in life where people want something for us without any direct benefit to them on a day-to-day basis? That they genuinely get happy just seeing you have more. Even more than you want for yourself sometimes. And if that's not the most beautiful thing to experience, I don't know what is. It's humanity at its best. I mean, maybe it's my own ability to care for myself that's visible, where people feel the need to step in and care for me. Like why I've been fed my entire life, because I would just starve if that wasn't the case. But still, if I was a completely bad person, devoid of any worthiness, I would be left starving, left without care. So even if I give myself no credit most times, I don't have to look for the magic in this scenario to appreciate the very real fact, which is that I am surrounded by people who are so beautiful to me that even in the worst thoughts that I have of myself, I cannot discount the worthiness that this makes me feel. And it's not that we need to be worthy of love or to be deserving of it. We are all God's children, inherently born with a right to love. But because we go so far astray from that in our own minds, depriving ourselves of self-love, that it becomes moments like this where we get to appreciate, where the outside world reminds you that you are God's child, that you are loved and cared for and matter. Aside from this funny little scenario with buying a phone that my overthinking mind lets me look so deep into and then find the beauty of other people, just randomly over the past 2 days, in addition to all of this, I had a few people just randomly reach out to me. None of them knew each other. None of them knew it was my birthday. So it wasn't orchestrated by anything other than what it seems to be, which is the universe or God sending me messages to remind me of how much love I have been blessed with. These people who don't know each other on their own accord, out of the blue, just randomly reach out to me to say some of the kindest words anyone can ever wish to hear. And while there is a narrative in my head that wants to deny what they say and not accept the compliments, and you really shouldn't get too high or get too low based off what people say. This is not about seeking approval or finding your worthiness outside of you. This is just to remind you, when you forget yourself, that you are God's child, that you are already a success in so many ways, that you need to reach nowhere to accomplish nothing, to gift yourself something. And while that narrative remains in my head of wanting to deny what they say and not accept that, I still am in awe at the timing of when these messages were trying to reach me. Again, at a time when I am usually feeling least worthy, as I compare myself to my ideal version around the passing of my day of birth. I don't know what the takeaway from this message is. I don't know if I have one, other than maybe to love yourself. And if that's not possible easily, then to at least remember that you are loved. And if you struggle to believe that even, reach out and love someone else. Care for them in times they don't care about themselves. You never know who you're saving. And you never know. You might just save yourself too. So happy birthday, family. When it's my birthday, we celebrate life together. I usually wish everyone else in my life happy birthday when it's my birthday, and they wish me, because it's a celebration of life. And anyone that loves you and wishes you happy birthday is celebrating life as they celebrate yours. We might as well celebrate together. Happy birthday. I love you always. I'll see you on the next show.